Hi students, after the theory lectures of simple aggregative and simple average, we are going to handle the problems of these methods. So quickly go to the question. The question is to compute index number, that is price index, for the following using simple aggregative and simple average using arithmetic mean and geometric mean. So students, we had learned about the theory parts of unweighted methods, that is the simple aggregative and simple average method. Now we are going to see the problem solving section of the same. So let's quickly move to the question. Compute price index of the following using the first method is to use simple aggregative, second simple average using arithmetic mean and geometric mean. Now we have to do both the methods and find price index here. So our tabular form says that commodities are given from A to F. We have price of 2013 as well as price of 2018. Here we can identify with the help of the year difference that 2013 will be the base year. So let us name it as P0. 2018 will be the current year. So it will be P1. So for finding simple aggregative, let us list down what are the things we have with us. I have listed the formula of simple aggregative method. The formula for finding simple aggregative is summation of prices of the current year and summation of prices of base year, which is into 100. So as we have P0, let us add them up to find the summation of P0. 20 plus 30 plus 10 plus 25 plus 40, 50 will give us 175. This is our summation of P0. 25, 30, 15, 35, 45 and 55. The addition of P1 will give us 205, which is summation of P1. So let us put these values here. So we know that summation of P0 is equal to 175 and summation of P1 is equal to 205. After calculation we get 117.143. So this is the price index using simple aggregative method, 117.143. Students, while solving problems to gain more marks, we need to systematically write all the steps. That is, whatever points we have in our hand, whatever we are going to calculate, these points has to be noted down like this. Also with the formula, then simply state that we are putting the values into the formula and we get the answer. And for the final statement, also remember to write it as price index using simple aggregative is 117.143. Now for the second part, that is for finding the simple average, we are already given that we have to use arithmetic mean method. So what is the arithmetic mean? What is the formula for finding arithmetic mean? Summation of P01 by n or summation of I by n. Now what is summation of I? What is I? I has to be the price relative. So let us make another column for finding I, that is I is equal to, or price relative is equal to P1 divided by P0 into 100. So which means P1 is 25 divided by P0 is 20 into 100. The value is 125. Similarly for second one, 30 divided by 30 into 100, we will get 100. 15 divided by 10 into 100, we will get 150. 35 divided by 25 into 100, 40. 45 divided by 40 into 100, 112.5, and finally 55 divided by 50, which 110. These are the values of I. We need the summation of I. So let us add up. After addition of all these points, we get it as 737.5. So is that enough? No. We need to know n. What is n? The number of commodities. 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 and 6. So we can say that, let us systematically write it. Summation of P01 here. Summation of P01 we have it as 737.5. N is the number of commodities 6. So in the formula of arithmetic mean, AM is equal to 737.5 upon 6. The answer we get is 122.92. So final answer we will write it as price index using arithmetic mean is 122.92. So the method we use here is arithmetic mean. So I have highlighted it. Also we need to find the geometric mean. So let us move forward for it. For the second part we need to find the geometric mean. What is geometric mean of price relative? The formula says to find the anti-log of summation of log P by N. So students, log P, what is log P first? Log P is P1 divided by P0 into 100 can also be called as P. So let us make another column. Since we need the logarithm of P, we are going to make another column and put the logs into it. Logarithm of 125, we have 3 digits, right? So the first 2 digits you have to check. You have to check 12th rows, 5th column. Okay, you have to check 12th rows, 5th column. What is the corresponding value that you need to check? So my corresponding value is the corresponding value. But since it's a logarithm, we need to add prefix. So how many digits do we have? We have 3 digits. So 1, 2, 3. 3 minus 1. 2 is the prefix. So let us add that 2. So basically this will become decimal and we are going to add it. So our log P will become 2.69. Whatever we get from the row, that becomes a decimal value, and for adding prefix we are going to add that decimal value with the 100. Similarly, for finding 100, you need to check the 10th column's 0th row. So 10th column 0th row gives me the decimal value of 0.0000 plus for prefix. So my prefix will be 3 digit minus 1, that is 2. So 200. So for rest of them I am going to directly write down the answer. So 21761, 2.1461, 11, 20414. We need the summation of log P. So let us add all of them and we will get it as 12.5116 summation of log of P. So let us write down what all the things we have. Here we have summation of log p as 12.5116. N is equal to the number of commodities that we have it as 6. And we have to find the antilog. So let us put the value into the formula. GL is equal to antilog of 12.5116 divided by 6. We have to find the antilog of this number. To find antilog, we have to move to the antilog table, and here we need to deduct the mean difference. In antilog, you need to check the decimal part. In the decimal part, 0.8th column you have to check. 0.8th column in the 5th row. Okay, 0.8th column in the 5th row, you will get it as 1216. Then we have one more digit. The last digit always goes for the mean difference. So in the column of mean difference, go to the number 3. So the third column gives us the value 1. Basically we need to add that 1 and we will get the answer as 1, 2, 1. This is a decimal part. Okay. 1, 2. 6 plus 1 is 1, 2, 7. So we are going to, mean difference, we are going to add an anti-logarithm. So it becomes 1217. Now we have to put the decimal point. So before the decimal point, the digit is 2. So the decimal will come 121.7. So this is our price index using geometric mean method. So I hope that students, you are understanding how to solve these type of questions. These type of problems are simple and understanding, but if you want it has to be easy to you, you need to practice it. So keep practicing. So that's all for the problem solving section of unweighted methods. Now next lecture will be regarding weighted method. Thank you.